¿Qué onda? ¿Qué and hello. Welcome back to the channel. My name is David. Today, we're doing a little bit something different, or something a little bit different. I talk weird. I'm having coffee right now because this is the second video I shoot today. Because at the time of this recording, I'm actually getting ready to start a busy week ahead. So kind of want to get the YouTube stuff taken care of. That way I don't have to stress about like, oh crap, I don't have a video going out. Because now that I do have a consistent schedule of posting videos, I like to post videos every like 4 to 5 days, twice a week, sometimes faster depending on my free time. I want to keep that going, so I want to make sure my bases are covered. That way I can focus on my paid gigs while this stuff kind of takes care of itself. So with that said, today's tutorial is literally just me going over how I edit my videos. I'm not going to cover settings on the GoPro. I just use their presets for the video. I do linear view, 1080p 60, base ISO, flat color profile, max ISO is 400. I use an ND filter, hyper smooth set to I think low, so it's not as intense, and that's it. Strapped to the chest with a chest mount, and we're Gucci. But with that said, let's go ahead and jump over into Premiere Pro and go over some stuff. And it's my first tutorial, so please be gentle. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start off by opening up Premiere Pro. As you can see, I already opened it because it takes forever to boot up. And then we're going down to import our footage and photos. I like to kind of clump everything together by date, and in the folder I have a section for the video, and then just all the photos kind of like dumped together. So go ahead and click import. Okay, so now we open up the video folder, and then we just click the little film strip and drag the clip onto the timeline. This basically eliminates the audio and just imports the footage. Then you're going to go down to the little adjustment layer panel. Go ahead and click OK. Drag that, and then we're going to drag this over. And basically what this is going to be doing is this adjustment layer is like a layer like in Photoshop where you could make some adjustments to things. And for this, I like to do the color grading. So you go down here, Fuji Eterna 2500. I like to lower the intensity down to 30 because it's a little too intense and too contrasty. Increase the sharpening and vibrance a little bit. Then just go to the actual timeline, find some footage where it's kind of bright like here, and then just play around with the white balance. I like to cool down the video a little bit just because it is a little on the warmer side, and I'm not a huge fan of warmer tones, at least in video. And bring the exposure down a little bit, increase the saturation up to 110, and that looks pretty good so far, and that's it. And then you kind of turn it on and off to see the difference. It looks better. It's GoPro footage. I'm not going to stress if it looks perfect or not because it's GoPro footage. No one takes that stuff seriously. And now, kind of just back up the video a little bit and see where I want to start the part of the video. I like to cut out a lot of the stuff in the beginning just because it's like I'm usually getting set up, I'm responding to messages, setting up my music and all that stuff. So kind of back it up a little bit. And the next thing I like to do is find a spot that kind of leads up to the first shot. And so basically what this is going to help me do is kind of like help me pinpoint where the shot's going to be. So right here, as you can see, waiting for the person to cross. You can't really see the me clicking the actual shutter on the camera because it's off frame. So what I do is I'll pause the video right before, more or less where the shot would line up, and then I press M on the keyboard to mark it, and then I go to my photos, and then I look for the actual photo itself. But before that, I make a color matte set to white, and basically this lets me cover up my cuts, which I'll explain to you in a little bit. Drag the photo on top and then shrink it down because, as you can see, it's blown up. I also like to make sure that the color matte lines up with the duration of the photo. That way when I drag option drag the color matte to the next photo, it's going to be the same timing, and I don't have to go back in and do all this other crazy stuff. So I go ahead and shrink the photo down. I like to shrink it about 18% to 20% depending on the orientation. If it's vertical, 18 to 20%, then increase it up to 21 to 25%. If it's a horizontal photo, it's usually 20 and then 25%. And then I kind of just go back and play everything back, see if it lines up, and it looks good so far. And then the reason I like to do the little animations just because it kind of gives it some interest, like a little bit of interest. I don't like having just like static footage because it kind of looks boring. And right here, I'm kind of just fast forwarding a little bit, kind of see where my next shot was. And I find my next shot, which is right here with this mural. And then what I'm going to do is kind of back it up a little bit because, again, I like to have some footage leading up to the shot because I'm talking. And then I do Shift Delete, which will delete the portion of the clip that I cut and then drag the next portion of the clip over to where I made that first initial cut. And I also like to straighten out the GoPro footage a little bit with the rotation. So I either set it to -2% or +2%, just depending on the kind of the terrain. And also because the chest harness I have is a cheap Amazon knockoff, it isn't the most stable on your chest, so it kind of like moves a little bit. So this kind of helps me stabilize it. And also cropping in to 107 helps me better stabilize the footage. So because I do have the, I forget what their stabilization is called, but I have that on. And again, kind of the same thing, just go back, look for the portion of the screen where it goes black, you know, when the shutter's coming down, drag the photo, and then go ahead and change it back down to, I believe this was 18% or 20%, no, 18%. And then option drag the color matte over to the next photo. That way you have the white background and then you have the animation going. So click the little timer, drag that over to the left. That'll be for your base size, which is 18%, and then change it to say 21%, and then drag that to the right to the end of the frame. And that's it. And now you got a little bit of animation to your photo. Super easy. Pretty much what you're gonna do now is kind of like just rinse, repeat throughout the entire video. So I'm kind of gonna just skip forward a little bit to kind of, you know, because I'm not gonna show you literally every little cut I make, because otherwise we're gonna be here for like 2 hours, and I don't think you want to see a super long video. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here, and then we'll talk about what we're gonna do for like audio and all that stuff next. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, so through the power of editing, I have assembled the video. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna drag, oh not drag, but like import a song. So I have a song that I would like to use, and I'd like to right click and edit in Adobe Audition. And so what this is gonna do is it's basically gonna open up Audition, because we're actually gonna change the length of the song to the duration of the video. So this video is about 8 minutes and some change. I like to set it at roughly around 9 to 10 minutes. Just in case, you know, I want to add more footage or cut some footage down, I have the ability to do so. Okay, so now that Audition's fully open, we're going to go up to where it says File, click New, Multi-Track Session. I just call it whatever you want. I really don't care, because I literally just use this to remix the music. And then on the left-hand side, go to where it says Remix, enable Remix. It's going to scan the song, and because it's an instrumental song, it's really easy for it to extend and stitch it together where it's very quiet and seamless. Once that scanning is done, go ahead and change to the target duration to however long you want it. In this case, I made it 10 minutes, 42 seconds. Go down to Export, Export to Premiere Pro, hit Export. And then what it's going to do is now you have your longer song into Premiere, and now you drop it on the timeline. Press G to change the total volume of the song. I like to drop it to around -35, -40 dB, just because since I do have voiceover, it's going to help me, you know, have the music playing in the background, but you're going to still be able to hear me clearly. Next, what you're going to do is import your camera shutter sound effect and line it up with that first photo, and just make sure that it lines up right where you take that first shot. So give it a sec, and that looks good. So what you're going to do is press G, drop it to -10, because if you don't have, if you don't lower the volume, it's going to sound really loud, and it's just going to completely like kill your voiceover. So now that you've done that, now you're going to go ahead and click Option and then drag it over like so. Place it there. And then just rinse and repeat until you get through every single photo in your video. And through the power of editing, we're going to go ahead and skip ahead. And now. Okay, so because of editing, we finished assembling all the sound effects. Now, I didn't have a audio clip recorded for this specific video just yet because I was also as I was editing this video, I was also simultaneously recording this tutorial with QuickTime. So I just found this random clip here that works. Just go ahead and import it, and then you just go ahead and drag it into your first audio slot, which is timeline 1. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go up to here to your panel where it says audio, and you go ahead and click that. And right here where the little left arrow is on the left-hand side, click that down. It's going to drop you down a sub-menu. Go to Amplify, and then double-click it, and then go ahead and boost it by 10% or 10 dB. And then I have the video playing. And just, you want to make sure everything sounds good. It's not too crazy. I use a Shure SM, I think it's 4.8 or 5.8, and it's very, very quiet. So I have to really boost the gain on my M audio recorder or audio interface, I should say. So because I know the limitations of the mic and how it sounds, I am able to comfortably boost the gain because Shure mics are typically pretty quiet by 10 decibels, and it still sounds pretty good. All right, so with that said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Go ahead and comment down below. Let me know how I did. I want to try to get as much feedback for these tutorials. That way I can kind of get a format established so it's a little consistent. I had fun doing this. If you guys are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video. If you dislike it, double tap the thumbs down button twice. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember, be badass. Bye. It's my second video I recorded today, and I did a lot of editing earlier, and I still have client work to do. So this is my third cup of coffee. And yes, there's a middle finger underneath it. But, oh, also, I got new Chemex filters today. I don't know why. I don't know if it has anything to do with what's been going on in the world. Chemex filters are so freaking hard to find. I don't understand why. It's literally a piece of paper folded 4 times. Like, literally. Like, you fold it in half, and then fold it in half again, and then you put it in. And that's how you get the triple filter system that they like to talk about. But I literally went to Cost Plus today, and I found 2 boxes, and I had a coupon, so I actually only paid for, I think it was like $15 as opposed to the 20. So now I have 200 filters, so I'm really happy because I only had 4 filters left. And I don't know, man, it's just, there's nothing like a Chemex like out there. I have a bunch of brewing stuff, but yeah, I'm rambling now. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I'm gonna throw my hat at you guys. God damn it, I missed.